Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. I'm under the harvest moon tonight. I'm out here at the launch on Lake Holbrook. We're gonna throw out 2 catfish baits right there. You see them right there? There we go. Yeah, you're right. See what's up. I'm also going to fish for crappie. There's a boat right there off the launch, looking for them right where I want to, but we'll see what's up. Yeah, you're right, should be fun. I brought bait for catfish and I also brought worms, so we'll see. Maybe the fish is on, maybe the fishing is not on, but we here. Oh, and the stars are falling. I saw a shooting star. I see so many shooting stars out here left and right, so should be a chill night whether it happens or not. I'm going to fish 2 different styles of bait, both small, right? But check it out, the fillet style versus the chunk style or the steak style. I cut the fins off. All right, so it's like a 4 or a 5, I don't know. It's so long ago I tied this leader up, but it's an octopus circle style hook. It's the kind of hook that will hook, the fish can hook itself with this, but you can also get away with striking. But later on I'll show you how you do that. So there we go. So all these rigs are the same, but one rod is shorter than the other. Each rod is 20-pound test. Each leader is 20-pound test. Each rig has a sinker slide with 2 ounces of lead on it. That's about all we need right now for what we're doing. And as you see, make sure the scales are off the tip of the hook, and we double hook that fillet. That just gets the flavor out faster. This launch has like a pet Nutria. He's so tame. There's like 2 of them. Let's see if I come on down here. Fairly tame. He ain't gonna let me like get real close unless I have food. People are feeding this Nutria. Yeah, you're right, that's enough of the rat. So what's up with this spot is we want to do a pretty strong distance cast, at least with this first rod over here, because we're trying to get into a creek channel which is out in front of us. Yeah, you're right. So but there's shad here. They're not as thick as they were a few nights ago, but they are here. If we can just get this bait as far out as possible, we'll see what's up. We should be good. Well, we can hope, right? Yeah, you're right. Well, that was decent. So this is my shorter rod. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it out as near as far as that first one, but we might be in luck with this one as well as far as getting a bite. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, anyway, speaking of crappie, speaking of sac-a-lait, let's go over here where those lights are. So for the moment, I'm fishing this stinger tail. It's the shad. You see it's got that dark top and that almost clear belly with the silver flake in it. It's by Kai's Custom Jigs. The man is right here at the end of the slip. There's a link in the description down there with my discount code. Go on and check it out after the video. They caught some, didn't they?
Yeah.
Keepers?
Yeah.
Good.
Sean, this is Mark. Mark, that's Sean.
Yeah, you're right. How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna see if I can catch some crappie without catching your lines.
Go ahead.
I'm also trying to catch some catfish, but I think I'm in the way of where people might want to park if they're coming in. I must be really tired, y'all, because I walked all the way down there to the end of the slip to do a cast, realized I have yet to put on a glow stick. So let me do that. There we go. That is definitely undersized. Sean in the boat, they're using minnows and jigs, but the color they're using is the black and chartreuse, and I'm using the shad. So it goes to show they're both working. No bites on my catfish lines, but at least I got a little sock. I need a bigger sock. That one's not gonna fit. They gotta be 10 inches here if you don't know. I'm coming off the slip because the boys are coming in on the boat. So I'm gonna get out of their way and have a seat and watch my lines doing nothing. You never know, something may happen. All right, for the moment, I have the slip to myself. I don't know if I'm gonna get a bite off these lines. I might move them in a little bit. We got that train rushing through here. It's super calm, right? And that moon is like almost above us. We got one fish in this video. We try to get some more. I think they got some keepers, Sean and his friend from the boat. But yeah, a lot of undersized. Last night when I was here, people were here with minnows. They were having a minnow night, and it was mostly undersized, like what I just threw back. Definitely time to put these baits somewhere else. So no bait on this one, but I felt it come through something, so it definitely was in the channel because I felt it coming up, and it went through something that probably took the bait off when it came up through that stuff. We'll check this one before we put that one back out. And see if I feel the same kind of progression, like banging into something, and then I feel the bait crawling up it, feel the lead crawling up it, right? Maybe I hit a hump or something. I don't feel anything. This ain't hitting anything quite yet. Yeah. Oh! Oh, what was that? Something just... Some fish just tried to grab this bait. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna just put that right out there. There's a fish out there somewhere. Maybe we'll do the same thing here with this particular bait. We'll keep it closer in. I know from experience that channel cat will be feeding closer in, but I'm looking for something bigger. But it's probably channel cat all back here rather than blues. There are blue cats and there are flatheads in Lake Holbrook, but back here we probably have a lot of channel cat. I'm gonna put this one close in but further out than the first one, further out than this one over here anyway. That is definitely not a keeper. He just about inhaled this jig. I just put on a different color as well. And yes, it is a Kai's custom jig. When Billy first handed me this bag and said black and chartreuse, I was confused because I was like, why are you calling that black and chartreuse? But here's the black and chartreuse. Here's the sockeye that I'm going to let go, and I'm going to alley-oop him, whatever you call it. I threw him. So I'm trying to make a correction here in case I'm sure I confused some people. He handed me this bag and said, that's black and chartreuse. Well, yeah, there's black and chartreuse in here, but this is actually shad and chartreuse. This is mostly shad and chartreuse. And then, yeah, that there is black, but it's under that blue hue, that blue hint. Let's see if there's a black and chartreuse left in here. And see, here's just that without the chartreuse tail. Yeah, I may have actually had just one black and chartreuse in here. Yeah, I thought he was calling this black, but it's not. That's shad and chartreuse, which is a really, really good color, really hot color. If that black and chartreuse, because I guess it's the only one I have. If that one gets tore up, I'm going to switch to that. And the shad, the regular shad, which is, let me show you. Whoops, broke that. Where's the regular shad? I just showed you one of these. This is the regular shad without the chartreuse, right? That is working. And here's the blue shad with the silver flake. I think that's what he's calling this one. But that works. Bet all these work. This is the lime right here. I'm starting to pick up all these fish. You look right here. I'm just following this. Right? You see that edge where my boot is? And I'm doing a slow retrieve along that. And that's where they are. Really close. This one was just a few feet away from me. There we go. There we go. There we go. I kept putting it in different places. Oh, this feels good. Doesn't feel like a turtle. It's got head shakes. Someone just showed up to fish. Laura's over there behind us. What do we have? What do you think? Oh. Is it going to come up channel or blue? Probably channel. Yeah, channel. Channel cat for sure. Let's jump back up here on the dirt. There we go. I knew if we just kept putting the baits in different places every 15-20 minutes, we're bound to bang into something. Well, it was crazy when I was bringing this bait here up for a second, like right as it got to that line where it goes from dark to like you can kind of see, something swiped at it. And I don't know if that was a channel cat or a bass. This is like the first lake I've fished where I'm always banging into bass when I'm fishing for catfish with cut bait. Everywhere I fish live bluegill, I run the chance of catching bass. But here, cut bait, live, dead, whatever, bass will eat it. There's a lot of bass, but there we go. I am actually not going to keep this. But yeah, you're right. There we go. People were like, do some catfishing. Well, I've been doing some catfishing, and now we finally got us a catfish that we're gonna let go. Thanks for playing. There you go. I am not really done. I'm close to it. I want to get another cat in the video. So this bait was placed over that way. Still fairly shallow, but not too far out into the deeper water. Now I have placed the other one again. It's not close in anymore. It's further out in front of the launch. All right, back to the sac-a-lait fishing. Ah! Shit. Bass just broke me off. Dang. Doing that same thing. Slow retrieve along this line right here. Oh, let's see. These boots are not necessarily waterproof, and I love that cork. Billy glued a nut on this cork so it's weighted. These slip corks you can buy from Walmart, but they do not make them weighted. I've had 2 break-offs since I've been using this cork, and each time I've been lucky. Like this is the second time, right? Got my cork back. Yeah, you're right. 3 to 4 pounds is what that was, I would think. And you can go back in that bag. It is just now 1 a.m. in the morning. Even though I haven't caught a lot of fish tonight, this was a really fun session with a lot of caveats, right? A lot of good things, positive things. I met a cool dude and his friend. I don't remember your friend's name, but I met Sean. He reminds me a lot of Alex. They have a lot in common, right? Not just the height. So that was cool meeting Sean. And I met a cool lady, Laura, who was here just recently. She just left. She came to fish for crappie. It was a lady that likes to fish for sac-a-lait. When she showed up, when she was driving in, this is how I think when people show up to a spot like this in the middle of the night when I'm by myself, and as you see their headlights coming down the road slow, and you're thinking, are they going to turn in here? And then when they start to turn in to where you're at, you're like, I hope they're here to fish. I hope it's fishing. Yeah, because it could be anything, right? But she pulls in, she parks over there, and I don't hear anything, I don't see anything. I'm like, oh, maybe it's fishing. Maybe they're here to fish. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, I'm not paying attention. I've put it out of my mind that there's a vehicle parked over there in the dark, and I'm doing something over here, and all of a sudden I hear a woman's, "What are you doing?" I'm like, whoa. Yeah, but I get into a conversation, I'm over at her vehicle, and the way her vehicle is set up on the inside, you know she's hardcore into fishing, right? It reminded me of how girls in Japan who love to fish have their vehicle set up, or like any dude, like lots of rods hanging in the rod holders on the ceiling and all that. So we had a great conversation, and here comes that very tame Nutria sneaking up on us. Yeah, so it was just great people left and right, a few catches here and there, and then a channel cat. So it was a nice harvest moon session. And then in a few days, it'll be gone and fishing will normalize. But this Nutria will always be here acting like I'm about to give it a carrot or something, but I didn't bring anything for you. Yeah, people are feeding that Nutria over there. So tame, like come right up to you almost, not like come up and sit on your boot, but within 3 feet of you. Yeah, you're right. It is late. I'm ready to get up to the house. See about them dogs. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being members of the channel. And yeah, you're right. I'll tell you what, I will see y'all next time.